This is the BGG Climbers list for the week ending 11/3/2021. This list is put together every week by Michael Alexander. I'll include links in the description below. This week we'll skip all the below 10 stuff and we'll just jump right into the top 10. Some interesting stuff going on here. So one is, we've talked about this before, the Clash of Decks starter kit. I think this is a Kickstarter going on right now with a playable, I guess, version on Board Game Arena, which is why we're seeing so many ratings. It's doing okay. I mean, really, you can't judge how well someone's going to do before people really get their hands on it. Board gaming is a physical hobby, and I just don't see how well you can tell, especially with a pre-release product like this. But I think we'll be seeing more of it just because it looks like it's getting a fair amount of playthroughs already on Board Game Arena. Number 9, Gutenberg. So I haven't seen this one yet. So this is, I don't recognize the names on here. Become a pioneer of printing and create the most renowned workshop. So it's an interesting thing. This is kind of interesting. What do they have going on here? That's cool with type, like removable type on the printing press. So yeah, I don't know other than that if there's much going on. So what is this? This is auction, card drafting, simultaneous action selection. And let's see, 2 more. So is it? It's not Kickstarter, which I do appreciate. Bidding for specific actions, players develop their workshop, acquire new fonts, inks, and decorations. Unique system of rotating gears allow you to combine bonuses and earn a large number of points. Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell on this one. It's got some rotating gears, which we've seen in some other games. This does look a little bit unique. The board is kind of bland. I do like the removable type stuff, but let's see how the ratings are. So not starting out great, but it's only 138 ratings. So I guess we'll see. This looks like a maybe a weak start, but possibly it can pick it up once more people get their hands on it. So that's Gutenberg. Number 8 is Unfathomable. So we've looked at this one before. This week it's actually shot up a lot. So more people must be getting their hands on it. It's got an 8.47 new rating, which has bumped it all the way up to 8.11. I do think that this will probably end up in the top 100. I think it's going to be available for many years, and it won't have the problem like Battlestar Galactica where it went out of print. And I'm guessing we're going to see expansions at some point. This is a game I do hope to play at some point and get my hands on, just because I never got a chance to play BSG, and I really wanted to try this out. So that's Unfathomable, number 8. Number 7, Welcome to the Moon. So this is interesting. It's actually starting off real strong. So I had the first 108, 8.58. Is this a Kickstarter that's going on right now? Oh, interesting. Reimplements Welcome to. So this is kind of neat. I mean, I'm actually a big fan of Welcome to. I feel like it's one of the best roll and writes I've played. So now you built your housing for humanity in neighborhoods and New Las Vegas. Now you have to save humanity through space colonization. Same flip and write mechanisms. 8 adventure sheets feature very different mechanisms. So this is kind of like taking Welcome to and maybe making it a little bit different and heavier. I like how these look. I mean, interesting. So what's the weight on this? 2.5, which is, I guess, heavier than most roll and writes or flip and writes. And I do like that it's not a Kickstarter version, I think. So it must be coming to retail. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, let's see how this one continues to do. I always liked Welcome to. I thought it was it's one of my favorite roll and writes and flip and writes, as I mentioned earlier. So it's number 7, Welcome to the Moon. Number 6 is Golems. This was a game that I don't know. I've heard about for a number of years. I was really looking forward to debuting. It does seem like it's not doing as well as I kind of hoped when it came out. I mean, the art on the front is really cool looking, but maybe it just didn't hit the right, I don't know, hit the right notes. It's got an okay look to it, but maybe not as good of a look as I was hoping. It did have this like ball selection mechanism, which I think I heard about. And what else on this? It is an extremely heavy game, so it could be one of those things where it takes a little while to uh, grow on people or engage with them. But a 4.0 weight is pretty complex. Um, Action drafting, dice rolling, income, set collection, variable player powers, variable setup. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't think this one's going to be heading into the top 100 though, just with its kind of slow start. Usually, the people that are reviewing it at the beginning are going to be the most excited about something. Again, this is a heavier game, so it's possible it just needs some time for people to understand it. So it's number 6, Golem. Number 5 is Arc Nova. So this is interesting. This game has been getting a lot of reviews recently, and most of them are very positive. So if we go in here, we looked at this last week. One thing is, I wish that the graphics design might have been a little bit better. I know that on the animal cards, they feature, I think these are just photographs put on the cards, kind of like, I don't know, kind of reminds me of Terraforming Mars cards. The game itself, the tiles don't look incredibly exciting, but the box cover looks amazing. I don't know if a different artist did it or it was just they didn't want to. Like, I feel like this really draws you in to the game. Let's actually look at a couple comments on this game and see what people are saying. So in here, Essen pickup. So these are a lot of people that got it from Essen. Terraforming Mars, but a zoo. Interesting. Crossing a VP, the card selection mechanism from Civilization Down merging into whole cohesive whole. Interesting. So it's a good game. The mechanisms are well defined and straightforward designed. Your options are to win and very different. So this person, but in my opinion, on the theme of the game is not hit. In the end, you only collect icons and change them into points. The good-looking cards are stacked. You see only icons because of easier overview. All pictures are hidden except for the top card and the zoo. Feels more empty as you put no meeples in the zoo. Okay. So, yeah, why release it with terraforming style art? Because maybe they'll release it with different art someday. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So maybe a kind of a solid design, but maybe the graphics design was a little bit lacking, which is what I felt last week when I looked at this. So that's Arc Nova. It's possible it will get in the top 100. It's got a really strong start, but let's see how it does as more people are able to purchase it. Number 7, Seven Wonders Architect. So we looked at this one last week. It continues to do okay, but not in the realm where it's going to end up in the top 100. Low sevens is just not going to be strong enough to get in there. This is the follow-on, I think, simpler version of Seven Wonders with only 4 players. If I remember right, let's just take a quick look. Best with 4, 2 to 7. So it does play a lot of players, but it's a reworking of Seven Wonders. So that's number 4. Number 3 is Boone Lake. So this is Alexander Pfister's latest game. This was actually, so I was really excited for Cloud Age. I thought the look of it was really good. The reviews were kind of mixed on it. I ended up not playing it or picking it up. So this is Boone Lake, where Alexander Pfister comes back with a heavier Euro. A lot of different stuff going on with typical Euro meeples, I guess. Kind of weird artwork. And a board where you're placing stuff out and competing for stuff. Doesn't look like his Maracaibo or Great Western Trail where you're walking through, but it does have these player boards where you're taking stuff off. It looks like in maybe a Gaia Project style game. The weight is 3.76, and let's see what the comments are on this. So, absolutely loving this game. Great puzzle with different strategies. Was okay to play, but not all that tight or challenging, and took way too long. I would never play this over Great Western Trail or Maracaibo. Balancing issue with the cards. Yeah, cows seem to be the secret for winning the game. Self-made insert. Yeah, I would play Maracaibo instead. Yeah, I do think that, unfortunately, one of the weaker Pfister games. So his latest games have been a little bit weaker for most people, I feel like. I thought Maracaibo was amazing. I finally did pick it up. I was hoping for like a second edition where they had dual air boards, but I never heard anything about it, so I just picked up the first edition. And Great Western Trail I thought was an amazing game. So I'm not expecting Boone Lake is going to end up in the top 100, especially with the new versions of Great Western Trail coming out, like the Argentina and New Zealand. I'm interested to see if he's able to maybe refine Great Western Trail into even a better game, which would be amazing. So anyway, this is Boone Lake, which was a game I was very much looking forward to, but maybe isn't quite what I was hoping. Let's see, though. Let's see as some more reviews come out. Number 2, Radlands. So this game we looked at last week. It's still doing extremely well. We have an 8.57 out of 10 for the latest ratings. That's a really strong opening. I feel like the artwork on this pulls a lot of people in, and the kind of futuristic cyberpunk type stuff. We'll have to see how this continues to do. If it gets over 1,000 ratings at this, I think it may have a chance at getting the top 100. So it's number 2, Radlands. And number 1, our top board game of the week, which is kind of a surprise that it's a separate game, is Great Western Trail 2nd Edition. So this is essentially just the 2nd edition of Great Western Trail without the 3 grumpy guys on the cover. Now it's some cowboys looking over the Great Western Trail, I guess. And I don't know. From the reviews I saw on this, it didn't seem like it was a game I needed to get, like a 2nd edition. I already have the 1st edition. It has solitaire rules. I think it has some minor changes to the gameplay. And let's see here. Looks like some changes. Oh yeah, they I believe they made it dual layer boards, which is, yeah, I don't think that was the case in the first one. I don't know, it's been a while since I played it. They definitely changed the artwork style, which it does look better, although I did hear that maybe there was some difficulty in reading this. They changed these to bandits, I think, and did some reworkings, which probably were needed. The cow art looks a little bit better, and I do kind of like the hats on the meeples. That's a nice touch. This is missing the Rails to the North expansion, which I thought added a lot to the game, but maybe they're going to reprint that as a 2nd edition as well. For me, I'm really just hoping that, one, I don't know why 2nd edition ended up being a second game. Usually 2nd editions are not separate games. And 2, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with the New Zealand and Argentina versions of this game that are coming out. So that is the number 1 game, which is Great Western Trail 2nd Edition. And this is the BGG Climbers list for the week ending 11/3/2021. If you like this video, please like and please subscribe. Thank you.